All right, I'm your host Sting Sama, so let's dive right into my review of Jujutsu Kaisen. So we start out with a flashback of Toto, and we see he's been that dude since day one. He's in the third grade, and he's beating the shit out of a high schooler. So that's he's fitting that shonen trope of the big muscle head or whatever. And then we see, I assume that's his mentor figure, and she does the same thing that he likes to do. What's your type in a woman? So I assume she looks tall, and I assume she has a big butt, so maybe that's where he gets his type from. But I just want to point out that Yuji and Toto was on Hanami's ass. So my next question for that is this going to be like a anime where it's tag teams? Is that going to be its thing? Because if so, I'm completely okay with that because it's mixing it up. We're not like putting the fate of the world on these one-on-one fights such as like Dragon Ball Z. While they're fighting Hanami, we get to see Toto's ability too. He claps and he gets to switch places and anything is like a little domain, which reminds me of a lot of Sasuke or La's ability. And that's what I love about anime with, those simple abilities, but if you use them right, then they become OP in the hands of the right character. I just love shit like that. And on top of that, we get to see Toto's high battle IQ. And that reminds me a lot of the abridged version of Goku, where he's kind of like an idiot, but for some reason he becomes like a super genius in like a fighting scenario. And I just thought that part was hilarious. I think Toto completely just stole the show for me. He might be my new favorite character. Unless Gojo does something completely out of left field, which how things are going, I wouldn't be surprised if like he becomes my next favorite character in the next episode. Who knows with how things are going. But enough about my favorite characters. So Toto and Yuji force Hanami in a corner, so that makes him have to charge up a solar beam, and it looks like he might have him cornered until my man Gojo comes in, saves the day. I don't know how he broke that barrier, but it's probably going to be explained by his infinity ability. Yeah, once Gojo was on the scene, motherfuckers turned into track stars. They started running. I just thought that was hilarious. He took out that one dude that was fighting the guy with the axe. I don't remember his name. And then he was about to take out Hanami. Well, he did take out Hanami, but we don't know if he survived. I don't think he's dead. But that's besides the point because it turns out the mission was to obtain a finger. And we saw at the end of the episode that's what Mojito did. So there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes because me personally, I got so caught up in that fight, I forgot like why were they even there in the first place, to be honest. Oh yeah, and one last thing I wanted to touch on. Kento mentioned something about the zone, like how oh yeah, one last thing I want to touch upon. Kento mentioned something about the zone and like how fighters or athletes kind of just start moving on their own, like the superhuman state, and that reminded me of a lot of the Pixar movie called Soul. I don't know, I just something I wanted to point out. That's like the third time this week somebody mentioned being in the zone, and that's like an anime and a Pixar movie. So I don't know, just But yeah, that's my review for Jujutsu Kaisen episode 20. So if you like anything I had to say, please like, share, comment below, and don't forget the thumbs up. All right, have a good day. Don't make me do